Thank you.
Okay, Amia Mitchell, welcome.
Hi.
Amia's going to be sharing a story every high schooler has to go through with this. It's called Thwonk by Joan Byer. Tell me why I say that every high schooler has to go through this.
Because I would say that this book deals with relationships, like how you would feel about a person, but you wouldn't want to tell them, but you make it really obvious for them to know, like, your feelings as you go through, like, in somebody, the stages that you go through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, playing those games, those love games, right? Well, now, tell us about some decisions. Now, I happen to know the book well, so tell me about some of the decisions that your main character has to make. And who is she?
Her name is AJ McCreary, and she meets her special friend. I don't want to tell you who he or she is yet, but he gives her a choice to help her with her grades, her career, which is photography, or her love life. And she had to pick one of those three. She had picked her love life. Another choice that she had to make was whether or not she wanted to be in a relationship at the end of the day with the guy that she chose to fall in love with her.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So how does it develop? What are your thoughts about the way the story develops?
I think it starts out maybe a little bit slow to get the feel of the characters, but as soon as you meet that special person, you want to know more. It tells you, it makes you feel like you're craving to find out what's going to happen next. I remember we were begging our teacher if we could keep on reading. So it was.
So the author does a good job at pulling you in and creating some suspicion that makes you want to stay tuned and not put the book down.
Yes.
All right. Now, talk a little bit about the author's style of writing this. From what I can remember, some of the vocabulary in the book could become a little bit monotonous and just repetitive, just over and over again, some of the same words. What were some of the most frequently occurring words that stood out for you?
Consummate.
Consummate.
That is the one word that I saw every other page is consummate.
Well, do you think that this book had, with that word consummate, does it kind of fit what this book is?
Yes, it does.
How so?
Okay, love and like consummate, I don't know, it's like...
Was anybody consumed in this book
Yes.
with anything?
When she talked about Peter, she consumed him. She like always thought about him. He was always on her mind. He consumed her mind until the point where she actually got him.
And then?
She wanted to get rid of him.
All right, read some. Read what you chose to read for us.
Leaks were bursting out everywhere. I was hurling sandbags along the riverbank to push back the rampaging tides. Peter tried to read me the poem he'd written, the poem that began, "I think that I shall never say a name as lovely as AJ." I emitted a scream and ripped the poem into minuscule threads that could never be reconnected. I stormed to the buffet table where I ate myself into oblivion in a last-minute attempt to hit all major cholesterol groups before I had my nervous breakdown. I stared at the papier-mâché Cupid. I had to contact him. I wrote a pithy emergency phrases on pink napkins. Go get Jonathan and help me. I'm losing it. And held them up subtly to the papier-mâché Cupid, but he hung there, unfeeling, unmoved. I shut my eyes and heard the somber bleat of the kazoo signaling to the world that it was time.
Okay, so she got what she wanted, and all of a sudden she's not happy with it.
No.
Thwonk by AJ. I'm sorry, I started to say by AJ Bauer. But I got into the initials there. By Joan Bauer. A good read, right?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for sharing that with us, Mia and Sarah Grace. Thank you for joining.